He never said one. He never said one.
It's one. We're recording.
I'm panicking now. I'm scared.
We're
I
recording.
don't understand what's happening.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Zero Fantasy. Oh, wait, wrong stream. Shit.
God damn it. Am I gonna have to edit this?
No,
Here we are.
we don't edit anything. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
What, do you think we are, professionals?
God damn
We're
it.
not. All right.
I'd like to think we were.
We're not.
We're
That-
not.
that's no, don't be silly.
Mm-mm.
I'd like to thank our sponsors before we start.
We have no sponsors.
Well, thanks for nothing.
You're welcome. All right, you clowns and clownettes. This is the female version of clown. Shut up. Don't question me.
That's what they call themselves.
Last time, and the time before, I suppose, you all met in a tavern. Were given a job to go get a box from this girl's place of residence. You followed her robot, who you tied up, and then ran screaming away from you. You chased him. You found that her house had already been broken into, and she was missing, and the box was gone. You followed the trail to a tavern, a shady tavern, and not very good tavern, and went in, managed to sneak your way into their basement, which was a underground den of villainy, presumably, and or other things, perhaps. Who knows? And snuck into the basement, killed a lot of people, so many people.
Fuck yeah, we did.
You beat up and knocked unconscious 3 of them, and didn't kill them for whatever reason, but you killed everyone else. So in retrospect, it seems very odd. But I'm not gonna question it very much now.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. You should be worried about it. But so you went in there, you beat those guys up, you found a box. The box is empty, however, and the girl, Yue Han, is
Machi,
not to be found. What?
you're sounding slightly cracky on your mic.
It's probably because I have a fan, because it's hot, so I'll just turn it
No,
off.
no, you can leave your fan on. I'm not hearing.
Nope, I turned it off.
I'm
I
not.
turned it off.
No,
It's not that.
it's still doing it. Is the thing. So
God damn it.
Can you turn yourself off?
reconnect your mic.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll do the recap while you fix that. So
We also tied up Tony.
we did tie up Tony.
Because I got charmed and I did an almost murder.
Yeah, he got mind controlled.
Twice, actually.
The first murder you weren't even mind controlled for. Thanks a lot, by the way.
The dice wanted you
job.
on fire. What can I say?
How's it sound now? Am I fine?
No, they were.
Nope.
You sound not poppy, but now you have static.
Try it again.
Your
It's always
connection to
something.
God has been severed.
What is a ZV project without technical difficulties?
Facts.
Right?
How's now?
Perfect.
You're good.
We'll see how long that lasts. Anywho, yes, Triel got mind controlled and then beat the shit out of Wei and Adam, or Lyle rather, earlier.
Yes.
I'm losing track of what happened. Then you decided, after beating up those guys, to explore what left. You explored their office. You found some papers. You found such things, and their cipher for their documents, so they can read them. And then you found the secret passageway that presumably the big boss, who had killed the previous boss here, had left through with Yue, presumably.
Presumably. Don't forget,
And you,
there was a corpse in the corner of the other room.
yes,
And it is suspicious.
yes.
They were
you
asked
know
to
he's a
dispose of it, but they didn't, because they're bad at their job.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a.
He was apparently a snitch or something. Yeah.
Was not you.
No, it was not a it was not a woman. And it was an older body, so it was not who you're looking for.
These
In any case,
these hoodlums are the Silver Syndicate.
hmm
It's Nick's body, yeah, he died. In memory.
Oh well.
and so you all went through. You are all venturing through the secret passage. It goes for a while. It's pretty cramped, so you kind of had to walk either side by side or single file. Tori probably has to walk by herself because of her wings, because they're, wings.
Don't touch me, I have wings.
Don't touch her. She has wings. She'll fucking murder you. She's a monster.
And I believe Trail is no longer under the effects of her spell.
I actually think she is still charmed for the next hour.
She is unconscious
Yeah.
and
Being carried by the
Otto.
robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you all make your way through the secret passage. It is very lightly lit. God. Hello?
Hello? Yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Voice mod was being fucky. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You make your way through, you get to the other side, and you venture out through another trapdoor that is hidden beneath some dirt that kind of just was, placed upon the top to make it look like it's just part of the ground, just part of this back lot of a bunch of businesses that, upon looking around, realize is across the street from where you just were. Now, will now take you all to Andoran.
Oh,
So you all were in this building here, and as you kind of come out the other side, you are now in this backlot here amongst these trees. Most of these businesses around you are businesses. They all seem to be closed. There's not much activity. This is somewhat of a backyard. There's a well and whatnot, piles of wood. Just general things. Nothing super suspicious. However, this is where that trap door leads, and as you push out and you start leaving with your captive alongside. Did you hear all that?
you cut out like the last two words.
Yep, it's doing it again.
As we're leaving with our captive. I heard everything up to that point.
If you're talking now, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Staticky. Very
Static
staticky.
again.
Yeah. It's okay, Bashe. Deep breaths. Don't end the universe just yet.
Time God was this angry, he flooded the whole world.
Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
There you go. Sound good.
Okay, good. Alright, so you're in the backlot of these businesses across the street from the inn you were just at, the Twisted Duck. You have your captive with you, but there's not seem to be signs of any people around.
So, by captive, you mean that guy, or do you mean Trio?
I mean, the guy who showed you the passage,
Okay,
not Trio,
gotcha.
was charmed and is technically not a foe.
Says you. Damn.
Well, it's true. A lot of you probably don't have no idea what magic is.
I
So,
take a look around. Sorry, are we free to play?
you are free to do whatever now. You are in this back lot of these buildings. There's some trees around you. There's some like small little gravel paths leading to the road and to the businesses and the back doors and whatnot. But yeah,
We didn't find the person though.
nope.
While standing around holding the gold box and opening and closing the hinge, checking it out. Can I,
Yes.
examine this box closer, or is that just a waste of time?
You can if you want. If you want to give me an investigation check to see if you notice any more details.
I will gladly give you an investigation check. Once my character sheet loads. Hoo-ha! Well, that's fine.
Nice.
I wasn't looking very hard anyway.
You keep opening and closing it, so you're not really noticing a ton. But, Still box.
It's a
still
box.
empty.
It's a box as hell, yeah.
It's a box as hell, and it's still empty.
Whoa.
What was that?
Oh, Jesus.
You look up to the sky, and you see the sky is fairly dark in this darkened night, and you hear the cry of thunder.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what that was? I was like,
That was terrifying.
I thought that was one just blowing into their mic.
Nah.
No.
Well, that's no good.
was thunderstorming, I take it?
It seems like it's about to start raining.
Lyle
Okay.
looks up and he's like, oh man. Weather just
Fuck
went.
yeah, ambience!
Lyle pulls his cape up over his head.
It's not too much of a drizzle right now. It's still pretty light.
He looks kind of like a chump, though. But he's still doing it.
Wade just puts his little straw hat up.
The thug who is still completely surrendered is like, so do I have to surrender? Or do I have to knock myself unconscious? Or am I good?
I look around and just tell him, just beat it. Just get out of here.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna go. And so he starts making his way toward the place you were just at.
No, not that way.
Well, he's already running.
Oh, well, whatever.
That's not gonna bode well for us. We better get out of here.
Yeah, we ought to get out of here.
Let's get out.
All right. Well, if you're gonna get out of here, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
Lyle holds up the empty box and says, well, we got the box. You think that guy will pay for the box?
Not sure if he'll pay us, but I do think it's time we have a chat with our benefactor, though.
It would be nice to get out of the rain. And I'm hungry.
Lyle shrugs.
Yeah.
He looks over at Otto and says, so can you be in the rain, or are you gonna
That's the pizza man. I'll be right back.
explode, or whatever it is your kind do when they get wet?
I'm fine in the rain.
As it drizzles on top of Otto's head.
Lyle nods slightly, then shrugs. And says, well,
I'm wearing a cloak.
We've been through a lot for not any sort of payoff yet. I don't know if I want to keep getting involved in this. I mean, this started out as just a simple task. We sneak in, we get the box, we get paid. Now this has turned into a murder mystery. Or a missing persons case, and there's a brothel involved, which, to be frank, sounds fun, but, you know. We almost died a couple times. Like, I try to make a point, if I almost die, I get paid for it. So,
I'm back.
why don't we go and have a chit-chat with our old benefactor? That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. You guys can do whatever. If your time and your life isn't worth the money, you know, that's fine. You go about your business. I got the box. I promised to get the box. I didn't say anything about what was in the box. The guy didn't say anything about what was in the box. He said, bring me the box. So Lyle then slowly closes the box up and closes the little latch on it, and then nods with approval as he looks over the very nice box, and then gently pats it on top with his hand, and then slings it under his arm. And then he looks to everybody, and he gives them a little wave, and he says, see you around, buds. And then he starts walking back toward the Sailor's Respite with his box.
Oh no, you don't. You're not getting my share that easily. As Way follows right behind him.
Lyle looks.
Adam smirks and just follows after Way. And Lyle.
Lyle looks over his shoulder. It's like, you guys are cramping my style. But he kind of, after a second, he's like, well, okay, look. You guys have proven to be handy to have around, so I guess I don't mind the company.
Would you rather we left you down there?
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Lyle says, waving his hand side to side. No. This is fine. This is fine. Just remember who found the box.
Gazelle
Fair
shrugs, starts following.
So I presume you're heading this way, right? Or towards this road? Because the Sailor's Respite is
It's all the way over there. Yeah.
right here. Yes.
Yep.
So as you're leaving, you hear what you at first mistake for another crack of thunder. Except it's much closer and much louder.
Uh-oh.
And as you look behind you, you see light, a lot of light, illuminating the dark, back from the direction you came. And it's starting to.
Oh no.
Now it's fully starting to rain.
Oh man.
So what do you do?
Otto, do you draw electricity? Are we gonna get zapped with you being here?
I don't believe maybe.
Well, sounds like we're fine.
I am not at all.
Birdie starts like getting really annoyed. I don't like water getting in my feathers. Let's get in somewhere and wait out the storm.
Lyle rolls his eyes and says, it's just a little water. Come on. The sooner we get back to the bar, the sooner you could shake off. I really, really, really want to get paid.
All right.
He makes an argument for continuing toward the Sailor's Respite.
So do you continue toward the Sailor's Respite?
I figure we fight it out. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, all right.
I really can't argue. I'm just annoyed.
Okay.
So I kind of see like who's on my side first.
Adam simply shrugs his shoulders and looks around. And is like, well, if anyone knows of another place before we get there, we can check it out. But I personally don't know where else to go here.
That reminds me. Who rolled to know about the brothel? Was that Tori?
What?
I think it
Who
was.
rolled to know about the brothel?
I think it was me.
Stoke and Thorn?
It
Yeah,
was Lyle, I'm pretty sure.
Lyle. Why go to the Sailor's Respite? The brothel's right there.
It was a little closer.
It's closer. It does events. It's
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of pretty ladies.
Lyle
Nice place to
says
stay.
he takes a moment to think to himself, and he's like, buddy. He puts his hand on Adam's shoulder, and pats it a couple times. You just gave me a great idea. He wipes his hand on his cloak. He says,
You're also wet.
I'm very wet, yes.
Giggity.
Make it quick. We gotta get going.
I do know of another place that we could probably, dry off, put our feet up, maybe relax a little. And it might just help us in our little predicament we got ourselves into.
Oh, where would that be?
Just down the road here is that Silk and Thorn place.
That might not be a very good idea. Didn't you find documents that the place we were just in has connections to them? And you're holding their box?
They were just trying to get in on the business. It doesn't seem like it was working from what I read. I would say, if anything, we have a mutual enemy, possibly, if we go to this Silk and Thorn. And
what if the Silk and Thorn is after this box as well?
I'll tell you what. We can investigate that while we dry off over there, and maybe, I'll tell you what, you guys could go back to the Sailor's Wrist, but I will go to the Silken Thorn. I will interview the ladies there. I'm sure they know something. He says,
Hey, now hold on a minute. I ain't letting you go nowhere with that box. Not on your own.
Lyle smiles nervously. Oh, come on. You don't trust old Lyle.
No.
Oh.
Adam laughs.
Lyle's like, that's cold.
Adam then looks over to Tori. Well, it is closer.
Well, I don't care as long as I can get out of this rain for a minute. I hate the rain.
That's good enough for me, I suppose.
Lyle shrugs his shoulders. 2 birds, 1 stone. Come on, fellas. Let's go talk to the ladies. He starts kind of fixing his messy, wet hair with one hand while he keeps the box under his other arm and starts walking toward the road.
You may want to do a better job of hiding that.
Oh, it's just an empty box. But, oh, okay. Fair enough. Lyle says as he, pulls his cloak over his arm and the box. He's like, is that better? Nice and
Way kind of
nice and sneaky.
Way kind of rubs his chin. And an establishment of all women. I wonder what they have there.
Lyle's like,
I hope they have good food.
Oh man,
I am hungry.
They got some great food. Like my favorite, personally.
All right. Well, I assume that you're starting to walk.
We are walking.
With that perfect notion out of the way, all right. You make your way through the streets. The light in the darkened sky behind you, where the building once was, as you walk away, heading toward the Silken Thorn. Before long, you are crossing through the streets. You're crossing the few people who are there. You do hear the sounds of bells ring. Ding, 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 ding. You see some people running by urgently. Some guards running past you. Paying you no mind. They seem to have more pressing things in their mind. But you walk by.
I would like to stop and turn and look the direction they are running in.
They are going towards where you came, and you still see that light in the dark in the distance, even through the clouds and the rain.
Something's odd.
Lyle raises an eyebrow. He's like, well, I thought it was just crummy weather, but it looks like something's going down. It's probably a good thing we got out of there when we did.
But before long, you reach the doors of the Silken Thorn. These 2 wide doors, the Silken Thorn emblazoned upon a board above, written beautifully. You push open the doors and step inside. I'm just going to move here because it's more appropriate.
Nice place you got here.
Hold on. There.
Tori looked around carefully at everyone in the room, trying to spy all the dark corners before she
Storm, are you splashing in a kiddie pool?
No.
Because I'm
It's
hearing
my voice.
No, it just sounds like there was a lot of background sound for a second, but
It almost sounds like a record scratching.
yeah, I hear it.
Is it bad?
No, it's not you, it's me.
Oh, okay.
It's the combination.
It started as soon as Storm started talking. Sorry about that.
Good.
Can I go ahead again?
Yes, sorry.
Go ahead, please.
All right. Tori kind of shakes her head as she looks around at the room, trying to spy out everybody in the dark corners before she shakes her feathers loose and starts getting the rainwater off of herself, like cussing under her breath.
You do so. This is a fairly large establishment. There's plenty of tables about. There's not many in the way of patrons, except those in the corners. Speaking with some of the women that are there, There is a bar near the eastern side of the building with a dwarven woman kind of working on cleaning a glass. Just kind of smiling. She kind of looks up as you enter, kind of nods, and kind of waves you over. There is a pair of open sliding doors in the back that lead you out to the backyards, where there is a large tree and a large fountain resting there. It's a really nice establishment, very clean, very well kept. It's quiet. There's not too many people here. Most people seem to have not. Well, they're probably upstairs right now if they're here.
Right on.
So you make your way toward the bar. The store woman is waving you over.
Lyle doesn't even hesitate. He slicks his hair back, his wet hair, with one hand, and starts walking right over to the gal at the bar.
Hello there, hun. How can I help you?
Oh, you know, I'll you. Sorry, it was.
No, please continue.
He says, I'm looking for a little company tonight. And a nice drink. Think you can help me out?
I can definitely help you with the latter. Then we'll see about the former.
Is that a rackety sound I keep hearing?
It's part of the ambience.
I know, that's way of saying aloud.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's raining pretty hard. I'm afraid there might be a leak up there. I'm gonna have to look at that later. The York woman just kind of looks at you, just shrugs. Would you like a drink? You'll look like you're sopping wet.
Well,
I want a drink.
Well, says you could say we're looking to get out of the rain, and he takes a silver out of the purse on his belt and drops it on the table.
She bites her hand over the coin, it is gone, and then she starts pouring you a glass and then puts it on the table. There you go.
I could use some food. You know, Lyle here said you had some decent food here.
Oh, we have delicious food. What are you looking to eat?
Well, Snickers.
We got ham, we got some chicken, we got some turkey, we got bread, if you're just looking for something to chew on.
Oh. How much for some turkey and bread?
Oh, probably a couple silver. 2 silver, let's say.
All I have is gold, so I will just hand her a gold piece.
Oh, well, I'll make sure it's fresh then. And then she pours you a drink and puts it on the table. Just, can I get anything else? Anyone anything else? Well, I'm going to get this gentleman his food.
He's going to go over to his table and sit on his own. Kind of look around nervously. He doesn't really know what this place is.
Brady walks up to the counter. Can I get a towel and possibly something to warm me up?
Absolutely, hot. I'll be sure to get you a towel and something nice and warm to drink. Some tea? Does that sound good?
Yes, he will be fine.
All right, wonderful. Anyone else need anything? She looks around to all of you.
Adam shakes his head.
Nah, I good.
I'm gonna walk forward with Triel in my hands and be like,
"Oh my, is she all right?"
Lyle looks over at Otto, and he kind of lets out a sigh, and then turns back to the gal behind the bar. He says, Our friend here has already had a little bit too much to drink. We're just looking for a place for her to sit down and sober up a little bit. If you don't mind lending us one of your chairs.
Give me a deception check. Because you are lying.
Okay. Damn.
That was almost real bad.
She kind of stares at you. It's like, well, you can let her. If you could lay her down in a booth back there, she had just a short one of the empty booths. Our cushion's pretty comfortable. I'll get her a blanket if you don't mind.
I'll
Oh,
nod and bring her over to the booth.
that's wonderful.
She'll nod at him, and then look back to Lyle, and like, her smile is not quite so genuine now.
Lyle just gives a slimy grin back to her and drums his fingers on the table.
All right, well, I will go get your food and your towel and warm up some tea. That's all. Please have some seat. Please have a seat. I'll be right with you.
Lyle looks over at Tori as soon as the bartender walks off. He says, "You know, in a place like this, there's faster ways to warm up."
Not on your life.
Adam rolls his eyes.
Especially not with you smelling like a barnyard animal.
Lyle, he kind of raises his brows and then he lifts up one arm and gives a very audible sniff, like, and then shrugs his shoulders and then grabs his drink and takes another sip and just kind of rolls with it.
You tried it.
Adam simply rolls his eyes and takes his seat at the table near where Wei is sitting.
Wei, kind of hearing from a distance, is, "Oh yes, he's right. A fire is much warmer."
Adam snickers slightly, but after taking his seat, the sound of clattering can be heard as he begins to remove the pieces of his scale mail.
Pizza rocks. Okay, I'm done.
All right, so you all take a seat, and before long, the bartender returns carrying a platter with some turkey and bread and some ham and a pitcher of tea and some glasses. She quickly lays it out on the table, kind of puts it all around. Like, please help yourselves.
Wei does not hesitate, for he has been hungry for days.
And then she hands a fresh towel to Tori. Here you go, hon.
Thank you. Immediately start brushing the hair out of the water out of my feathers.
She picks up the pitcher and pours you a glass of hot tea. It does the same to anyone else who wants some.
Wow,
She still gratefully accepts.
Yes.
Well, if you boys and girls want anything else, let me know. And she walks off to Triel and Otto and puts a blanket over Triel. Kind of looks at Otto and kind of looks back because I assume Otto is with Triel right now and not with the party.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So she looks at Otto and then looks at Triel and looks back at Otto and whispers to you. So what's really happening? Is she all right?
She attacked us, so we had to knock her out.
Really?
Jesus.
Is she...
I think she'll be okay. She was nice to me before, so I don't think she meant it.
She kind of blinks at you, then smiles, like, all right, well.
Excuse me. Have you seen Master Yue Huan?
She looks a little surprised. Yue? Why are you asking?
She's gone missing.
Her eyes go wide. It's like, oh. When did this happen?
Today.
I see. And who are you? She kind of looks nervously between you and the party behind him.
I'm her assistant.
Oh, I heard the rumors that you're her magic or her robot thing, right?
Yes.
I see. Well, you just hold tight, and I'll go get. I need to go talk to some people real quick. All right?
You promise you won't get me in trouble?
No, hon. And she kind of puts her hand over your hand. It's like, no, hon. No, you're not. I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm just concerned. That's all. I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
And she kind of nods and then quickly starts hurrying off somewhere in the back rooms.
I would like to do an insight check on this woman.
Okay, then give me an insight check.
Hey, that's a good insight.
Yeah.
It's well, she was whispering, so give me a perception check to see if you even hear.
Even if I don't hear, then just from our interaction earlier, I'm just trying to get a feel for this woman.
You hear a little bit of what she's talking with Otto about, if she's whispering, but not everything. You know that Otto kind of seems to spill the beans.
Uh-huh.
And kind of seems to dissuade her from being concerned about it. But then when she mentions UA, she has her posture tightens, and she has a look of concern on her face, like genuine concern.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what that means exactly, that's up to you to decide. But she hurries off after talking to Otto and seeming to reassure him.
Well, Lyle was kind of listening in case this was going to be a problem, but he's not so sure that based on his judgment, this woman's going to be a problem, so he doesn't even say anything. He just kind of looks back to his drink and continues nursing it at the bar.
What is everyone else doing? Or are they all just sitting eating and...
Way is eating. Way has been hungry for days.
Well, he's consuming the shit out of that ham. Ham's fucking delicious. The turkey is delicious. The bread is nice and soft and warm.
How do we wake Tony up? Is it safe to wake Tony up yet?
Tony, I would say that you would probably wake up about now, if you would wish.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Getting babied in a little booth with a blanket, and it's all nice and warm, and there's a robot maid taking care of you.
So, Triel, you wake up. You are resting your head in this booth of this place you don't recognize. You have a blanket over you. Your head kind of fucking hurts. And you realize, oh shit, I was charmed.
Damn it. If we ever see that wizard again, I am going to give him hell.
When Lyle hears Trail's voice, he holds up his drink and he says, "Oh, Sleeping Beauty awakens," and then takes a sip and then goes back to just sitting there.
Gazelle looks over in Trail's direction. Now don't go throwing any fireballs. I know it's cold.
Adam simply chuckles.
Well, fire would be kind of nuts right now.
Adam simply chuckles as he finishes packing up his scale mail. It is no longer equipped.
Tori simply looks over at Triel and just kind of like acknowledges that she's woken up and like goes back to her tea.
Otto looks at
Triel. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. But like I said, if we meet that wizard again, I'm gonna give him hell.
He's knocked out at the moment, I think.
All right. That's
There was
enough.
an explosion, maybe. It was very bright.
Lyle shrugs. It's just the weather.
Yeah, well, that's acceptable. I'll take that.
Not really sure what we saw could be classified as an explosion. Lasted a little bit too long, but
there were multiple lightning strikes that seem right behind us, or at least thunder. I'm not sure. What is that? That sounds so weird. It doesn't sound common to me. I want to roll in nature. See if I can perceive anything off about it.
Okay, go ahead.
16.
All right. Well, in retrospect, upon listening to the weather outside, that is definitely thunder, but that sound you heard that predated the light you saw was not thunder.
Ooh.
Something's wrong.
It sounded like something detonating, let's say.
Uh-oh.
It did not sound like
Explosion!
like a
Yes.
normal. It was like a I was about to say. I'm trying to make Tori sound it out for herself.
Okay.
It sounded like a bomb going off rather than thunder.
Adam looks over. Well, you think so? That might explain the guards.
That would explain the guards, yes, if something happened. But something could have exploded at the bar. But what?
But we didn't see any explosions or explosives when we were there. God damn. We checked the whole place.
Lyle raises an eyebrow and shrugs his shoulders. An explosion, eh? Well, I suppose it could have been. He's thinking about it for a moment, and then he just shrugs. Well, like I said, good thing we got out of there when we did, then, eh?
Yeah, it's just weird. This is very weird. After we finish up here, let's just go and meet our client and be done with it.
Lyle says, "Oh, hold on a minute. What's the hurry? I mean, the weather's really bad out there. We may as well maybe stay a little while, maybe even, stay the night, maybe?"
At the brothel?
I mean...
If you want to stay here, you're absolutely fine
brothel?
too. I just will be taking that box with me.
Oh, no, hold on. Lyle, tucks the box tighter under his arm and, shakes his head. Well, Lyle found the box. Lyle gets to hold the box.
Being ridiculous. Come on.
No. He suddenly stands up from his seat and is turning his body to, put himself between the box and Tori, and he's like, "I'll take good care of it. Don't you worry about it. I'm just, look, we all stay the night. If you're gonna be a stickler about, who has the box or where, I mean, come on, It's been a rough day, wouldn't you say? Don't you think that you and all of our friends have deserved a relaxing time off for the evening?"
I think you, of all people, would want to get paid.
Oh, believe me, I'm looking forward to getting paid.
Lyle, as you get up and are moving away from the table, you hear footsteps coming up behind you, and then you feel a hand placed upon the box. What are you all getting paid for exactly? Hold on, let me just... This woman comes up behind you.
Oh.
Looking with a questioning gaze. With a pipe in her mouth. So, what exactly is this box again?
Lyle suddenly,
she has a firm hand on the box.
Turned toward this woman, and Lyle puts his hand on the box and tries to yank it out of her grasp. He's like, "Hey now, let's not get all touchy-feely just yet."
I suggest you let go of the box.
Lyle takes a moment to weigh his options, and then says,
Hold up. She will attack you.
Oh
"Oh,
shit.
jeez." Okay.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
All right. Well, she's not going to do any damage as she suddenly thrusts a palm into your chest, shoving you into the table, causing it to skid backward, with forcing you to let go of the box.
Whoa, Way stands up to that one. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, Tori steps forward. Who do you think you are?
She kind of puts the box underneath her arm. I should ask you all that. Who the fuck
You're
are all of
stealing
you?
from us, you thief!
You stole this from UA, didn't you?
We stole it from no such person.
Miles, like, he stumbles and, he looks appalled for a moment, but then quickly puts up his hands as if to try and, get everybody to calm down. And he's like, hold on. Clearly, there's some sort of misunderstanding here. There's no need to get aggressive. And I'll tell you what, I'll forgive you for being so rough with me. But I want some answers.
See, that's funny. You coming into my establishment and asking me for answers. After me finding out that a friend of ours has gone missing. And here you are with her property, talking about selling it. So, you can forgive me if I'm not particularly interested in hearing your excuses or wanting to be questioned by you
Well,
right now.
How about an explanation? Are you privy to that?
That would be a good start. If she kind of puffs on her pipe and blows some smoke out.
Okay.
Real quick, Majay, I'm gonna survey there. Is there any guards paying attention to us?
No, but there are a couple women behind her near the door that she came out of, who's kind of standing with a couple spears in their hands.
Okay. Noted.
Okay.
I'm going to stand up and walk over to the woman.
Excuse me.
Yes. She kind of turns and looks at you. Ah, you're UA's, I'm not really sure what to call you. Assistant, is what you said, I thought?
Yes.
Well, it's good to finally meet you. She kind of reaches out and pats you in the shoulder, and you notice her arm is mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
These are my friends. They're helping me find my master.
She kind of raises an eyebrow, looks at you, looks at them, then looks back at you. Like, I don't. UA clearly has not taught you how to find good friends.
They helped me.
Well, whether they helped you out of the goodness of their hearts is to be determined, I think, depending on what they say. They certainly are not getting this box back. She kind of pats it under her arm. Unless they give me good reason to give it to them.
It's empty anyways.
Lyle kind of like puts his hand on his head and is like, ugh, and just like shakes his head.
It's empty, huh? She kind of pulls off, flips the latch and opens it. So what was supposed to be in here? She looks at Otto.
I do not know.
She closes it and then just kind of looks at Lyle and then throws it at him.
Lyle catches the box and is very happy to have it back.
I'm still waiting for that explanation.
Tori buries her face into her hands, just like, oh my god.
Lyle, at this point, he actually doesn't give it. He's kind of figuring any leverage the box might have given them is kind of up at this point, and he sets the box down on the table beside him and says, listen, lady, we were hired to fetch this box from UA by a friend of hers. And when we got to her place, it was already ransacked. We actually were trying to help our little buddy here, he says, holding his hands out toward Otto, to find her when we ended up following the trail to some thugs of the Silver Syndicate. Ever heard of them? He cocks his eyebrow.
There's no change in her expression. She kind of glances at Otto. Is this true?
Yes.
And Lyle continues, they're the ones who had the box. We just picked it up.
Gazelle nods and adds, "Aye, they still have the girl too."
Presumably, Lyle adds. We don't actually know what happened to her.
Yeah, for all we know,
Alright.
she could have given one of them a good stabbing and ran off.
No. They told us that their leader took off with UA. We don't know where they went.
They said you took off with a woman. It could be any woman. It's probably not you. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't presume to presume.
This friend of hers that hired you all has got a name.
Lyle's, yeah, Barnaby Jones.
Adam
Lyle.
frowns.
No, his name was.
I stop Way before he says anything. I'm like, we don't owe her anything.
Well, you're eating my food. You're sitting in my chairs.
Well, I mean, your doors are open and you run a business, so...
I did pay gold.
Lyle just shakes his head and he's like, look, we've given you plenty of information. Why don't you maybe return the favor? Come on.
No.
It's not... Okay, look. We got off on the wrong foot, Lyle says, suddenly changing his tone, trying to be persuasive. He's like, do you think, maybe there's a chance we could help each other out? We don't want to hurt UA, but it seems like she's someone important to you. Do you think, maybe, we could find a way that this benefits everybody involved?
She kind of takes another puff of her pipe. So, you were all hired to steal from her, and then when she was not there to be stolen from, you all went after her.
Aye, but our client, he was concerned about her. There were people after that box, apparently.
So then why didn't he ask? Why didn't he just tell her himself?
Lyle's like, look, I don't know what he's on. I don't know what his whole deal is. I just know I was hired to pick up the box. He seemed really worried about her. I don't think there was any malicious intent. And he pats himself on the chest. I'm a pretty good judge of character, if I do say so myself.
So am I.
Lyle just smiles.
UA's assistant. What's your name? I'm sorry?
Otto.
Alright, Otto. So, is anything they just said a lie?
Only the name of the man.
The name of the man who hired them?
Yes.
Do you happen to know the name?
I don't remember. I've never seen him before.
So, the person who lives with her does not recall ever seeing this person you are referring to before, who hired you all. Very suspicious.
Lyle pipes up. You want to tell me why the Silver Syndicate is trying to get into your business? Are you friends with those lowlives or something?
No. Those pieces of shit have been moving into our area for a while, looking for holes and trying to muscle in on our district. Not that they have any chance of succeeding. They know better than to try to muscle their way in. We're just trying to find dirt, blackmail on us, but they haven't succeeded so far. We keep a tight eye on them. At least as far as they come
Do you
into
know
our
where they are?
places. Do I know where they are? I know they have a lot of fingers and a lot of pies around here, but not anything. I know only one that really is guaranteed to be under their sway, but I know they have more than that. Now, so what? Before we continue this conversation, what do you intend to do about all this? Are you looking for UA? Are you trying to find her?
Lyle puts up a hand and says, I'm just looking to get paid. I mean, if you want the name of the guy, if you will match his price, I will just tell you his name. And then you could go have a talk with him yourself.
She kind of smiles a little and looks at the rest of you. What about the rest of you?
Well,
Trio sits up and says, well, I actually promised Otto I would help him look for his master, so I'm going to stick with that.
Yes.
Adam simply nods. You were looking for the box, but at the same time, we were also looking to make sure the woman was safe. Now we have part of what we need. Still have to find her.
Wei kind of crosses his arms, and I do never turn my back on someone in need.
You old man? Tingry? She looks to Tori and Gazelle.
Tori knows what she's doing and she hates it. And she's just like shrugs and says, this was supposed to just be a quick and easy out job, and now I'm so involved with it. I will help the robot find his parents, find its master, or whatever. I don't care. I just want to get paid. I have things to do besides this. But I will see it through because I made a promise. So there.
Alright. You old man?
Hey, I admit I do need money, but I can't just leave the little guy.
Quick question. Has she given us her name yet?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Lyle kind of looks.
No one's asked.
Lyle looks around at everybody else who's all being righteous, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, me too."
I know what it's like to lose people. I can't stand to see such a little fella.
Well, I wouldn't call him a little fella, but
Little fella.
well. Well then.
Not compared to him.
In that case, let's make a deal. Let's go have a little talk in private, shall we?
Well, raise an eyebrow.
You can bring the food, by the way. Since your friend there seems to be so eating with such gusto, looks to Wei.
I mean, Wei's been standing, but he kind of reaches back over onto the table and grabs a roll. slowly brings it to his mouth while he's just staring at her.
He's been like trying to reach this whole time, but is like wants to avoid her gaze.
But I'm so hungry. All right then. Well, come with me. She kind of waves a hand and gestures for you to follow her. And she starts leading you all
follow.
off.
Gazelle shrugs and follows.
Triel gets up, legs a little wobbly, but she follows.
Adam nods and follows.
Wade
As we're
goes.
walking, I smack Lyle in the back of the head.
Lyle
Aw.
flinches, puts the hand in the back of his head, rubs it, and grumbles. And then he reaches over.
Triel audibly giggles at that.
Lyle reaches over, grabs a drink that he left on the counter, chugs the rest of it, sets it back down on the bar, and then wipes his mouth on the back of his arm as he reluctantly follows the rear of the group.
Way's coming in from behind and keeping an eye on the area. Something doesn't feel right.
Well, she leads you through the back room, into the kitchen. You move past some of the kind of the girls working in the back, cooking food. They kind of give her a nod and kind of watch you all. The two girls with spears are just kind of standing here at attention, waiting for you to pass by, and then follow you all in after. And then once you reach it looks like an employee area for a long table, she kind of leads you inside and takes a seat at the head of the table, kind of kicking her feet up and gesturing for you all to sit. So you are all... So, the Silver Syndicate. That's who took her?
Majé,
Yes.
do I know this lady?
You do not. However,
Okay.
give me a perception check.
Oh, geez, all right. Hold on.
Yes.
Is that where's that picture from anyway? I was curious about that.
It's by an artist called... what's the name of that artist?
21.
That's a really good
Oh,
perception check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good job.
Kan Liu?
Nice.
I'll just post it in the D&D thing. That artist.
Bet.
Been using it a lot. It's been a lot of inspiration for this whole thing. So, you know.
Nice.
Gotcha.
But anywho, Otto, as you're kind of looking at her and kind of paying attention to her, you notice that her arms are... You at first just think, oh, well, they look very similar to the arms that UA makes. And then you're like, no, those are arms that UA made. They have her kind of style of design, and they're very well made. You notice for a moment when she patted you on the shoulder that you saw her maker's mark on the wrist of the arm.
Okay.
I was joking. All right. But yeah, she'll sound as you. So the Silver Syndicate, they're the ones who took her. Correct?
Lyle shrugs.
We found out.
We believe so.
Well, that's not good. It's very bad, actually.
I mean, they seem like a bunch of unorganized chumps.
Yeah,
Some of them are.
as far as we can tell, but the person running the place we found the box in, he wasn't so lucky. So I think someone else is at play here.
Well, the Silver Syndicate is made up of a bunch of different branches. Some of them are, well, frankly, dumbasses that are easy to swindle if they make their way here. We ended up, the few that came over here to try to dig dirt on us or try to, sway one of our girls, ended up giving us information instead. But, they aren't very capable. However, that's just some of the lower branches. The upper echelon are a bit more together, let's say. Though their boss is new. And I suppose some of his lackeys have replaced the old ones as well. We used to have, a few months ago, we had good relations with them and the previous boss, but then he got muscled out by new competition, I suppose, and someone else took over. I don't know exactly the detail. Just know I haven't heard from him in a long time. I don't know what's happened to him, if he's dead or not. But whoever's running it now is a new guy. And given how much he's trying to muscle in on us and the rest of the businesses in town, he's not very friendly, let's say.
What was the old leader's name?
His name was Sun Fang.
Mm,
Soon Fang.
Sun Fang. I'll put it in Discord. There. That's his name.
Lyle kind of mutters to, to Wei and Tori and Adam. He says, well, whoever was in charge before ain't in charge no more as of... And then he looks at his wrist. There's no watch there, but he puts his arm back down. A couple hours ago.
I don't think that was the whole syndicate that we fought.
No, but whoever was in charge of at the little bar there.
Which bar was that again?
Lyle doesn't say nothing. He's being difficult now.
We are already in this situation. Hang on, I'm gonna get my notes.
Wasn't it the
We ran into some
Twisted Nook?
trouble at the.
You got it, yeah. The Twisted Nook.
The Twisted Nook, yeah.
The Twisted Nook. That's where we came from.
Ah, yes, those idiots. They got banished to the side of town because they weren't very good at their job. They were They were one of the groups that were trying to get information on us, but they didn't do such a good job. From what I hear, they were on thin ice. I imagine something like kidnapping a well-known person would be not ideal for whoever's in charge now. So, if you say that guy's the leader of that little group is dead, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that thin ice broke, I'd say.
Yes.
Unfortunately, so.
The way they organize themselves is they can easily cut off any branch that is not profitable or is too loud, let's say, and then keep the rest of the organization intact. That's how they've been running things.
Tori looks over at the girl and is like, I mean, I get that you work or run a brothel. You probably have idiots idiots and thugs showing up in here all the time, seeing your girls, but you definitely seem to know a bit more than your average business owner about the activities behind the scenes of a criminal syndicate.
We own this entire little section of town, so it's more than just a brothel. It's more than
you're running a front.
Ah, crime lord in your own right, Lyle says.
Not so. I would not say that. We don't do anything illegal, except perhaps trade information that we happen upon. But we have shops, we have a smithy, we have general stores, we have all sorts of things. Lumber workers. Our whole district is a little community of its own.
It's another organized front. It's wonderful. Well, would you like to give us a name? So we at least know who we're talking to here.
Ah, yes. Zayfuan.
Can I get a spelling on that?
Absolutely, I'm getting it now, because I figured that would be the first thing that gets asked.
Zayfuan. Right. Well, we don't really have a name for our little outfit. This was just supposed to be one little mission, an in-and-out job. But now we are more or less committed to finding UA.
Lyle says apparently.
So, if there's anything to know about what our next steps would be,
Well,
Perhaps we can just get to it.
Yeah, we'll work for you if you pay.
how much were you going to be paid?
Lyle says 400 gold apiece.
She whistles. I could tell you're lying, though, so I assume it was 300.
Wow.
Adam chuckles. You're right about that.
So how about...
Wait, was it 300? I thought it was 500 a piece, not 300 each.
It was 300 apiece.
It was 300.
It was 300, but apparently fuck me.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you what. If you'll work for me instead, save you, get her back to safely, I'll pay you that 400 that you wanted.
Lyle kind of weighs his options for a minute and says, well, doesn't sound quite as cut and dry as picking up a box, but, I mean, 400 gold's 400 gold.
It's a win-win for me. It's two things I want.
Can I insight check this broad?
Absolutely. She seems hard to read, but sincere in the offer. She's used to kind of dealing with things like this, it seems like.
Lyle, you know, he thinks about it for a moment. He's like, all right. I guess you could count me in. You know, little rescue mission every now and then. It's good for the old karma, you know.
I'm definitely in. As I said, I already promised Otto.
Well, you're one of the good ones, son.
Adam simply nods quietly.
Aye, you can always count on the assistance of the great sorcerer Gazelle.
She chuckles at that. Well. Unfortunately, if the head of operation took her, I don't know exactly where his hideout is. Necessarily. Oh, by the way, I should ask before I forget. Who was the one who hired you originally?
Adam looks over at the others and shrugs.
Lyle's like,
His name was
Vondale.
Stout. I remember
Does the name
Stout.
Vondale Stoutdale mean anything around here?
Mondale Stoutale. She raises an eyebrow at that. Generally surprised. Did you know him?
Adam simply tilts his head. That's very very uptight fellow.
He is shifty.
But
He's,
he wanted the box.
Yeah, I'd say he's fidgety.
I mean,
He usually
asking.
keeps to himself. I'm surprised he...
Lyle says, do you think he would pay me the 300 gold if I brought him the box?
I'll tell you what, hon. If you do this for me, and help UA, and help Otto here, I'll pay you your 400, and I'll give you the box with something inside so you can fool this son of a bitch.
You know what? I think I like the cut of your jib, lady.
Adam simply chuckles.
Tori kind of is like silently accepting of the idea because she thought that Bondale would get pissed when he saw the box was empty and try not to pay them.
But what better way to get... But what better to return with the box and UA in tow? I'm a little suspicious of why. In any case, it doesn't really matter right now.
I have a question.
Can we get complimentary
Please.
service here? Lyle interrupts.
If
Ugh.
this branch had a superior branch it had to report to, where would that be? Because that seems to be where UA may have been taken.
Well, as far as I'm aware, the operation runs by... Each branch is supposed to operate individually, receiving their orders, on the down low. There's not really... They don't have direct... They only answer directly to the boss, as far as I know.
So each syndicate reports directly to the Don, the head honcho.
Indirectly, I believe. Yes.
Does Boss have a name, or is that still a big fat question mark?
I don't know his name. I know he muscled out Sun.
I was like, right.
Now,
right.
that being said, Sung Feng didn't give me his information about his business either, but he wasn't a bad sort. I don't imagine he's dead. I can't imagine they killed him. He's too slippery for that. So,
Aye.
if you manage to find him, I guess that'll also be a good lead. I'm sure he knows where they hide out. If he's still in town that way, anyway.
Yeah, there's just one problem about that, Lyle says. We don't know where to start looking for this guy. We barely even know anything about him. You got a bone for us? Either, a way to get a hold of this guy, or someone we could maybe put the squeeze on that might.
As far as getting a hold of Sung Feng, I have no lead on that front. Your guess is as good as mine where he's hiding out. But there is one business I am sure that they're running, though it's a bit more. Well, you dealt with the Twisted Nook, right? Well, these guys are a bit more competent. Their boss is a bit more subtle in his doings. I know he has connections with other branches, I think. He's pretty high up in the echelon. But I don't know too much about his operation other than it's gambling. He's got a gambling house on the other side of town.
Lyle sweats a little bit. Oh, well, I'm sure that would be no problem.
Place called the Golden Chapel.
Golden Chapel.
What in that place?
Do I know?
He says to Lyle.
Do I know this place? Should I know this place? I probably know this place.
If you're a gambler, you probably have heard of this place.
Yes. So, is there? Can I do like?
Just give me a.
Do I need to roll something for you? What?
Yeah, give me a history check.
That's gonna be spicy.
Or. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually pretty
good.
Nice.
All right. So you've heard, as you kind of going around town looking for places to gamble or swindle some folks, Golden Chapel was a place that you heard of and you briefly checked out, but that wasn't a place where you could do the swindling. And looks like they had a lot of eyes on you. So
While
you could maybe counted cards if you were lucky, but they kept a pretty close eye on that.
Lyle speaks of the security of that place is a lot better than a lot of other places I've been, and they're a little uptight out there. And let's just say,
do they hate you as well?
Hate is a strong word, but perhaps not entirely inaccurate. Look. The thing is, Lyle continues. It's let's just say a house always wins there. And if you got a problem with it, then,
If you got a problem with it, I hear that you won't have a problem with it or anything else ever again. You'll be found.
Yeah, they say that, they don't take the criticism very, they don't want you slandering their business. They want a good reputation. Keeps people coming in the doors.
Alright, so go in there and cause trouble. Be the last time you cause trouble.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, just depends on how good you are at causing trouble and how subtle you can be. If you're someone with a skilled hand, Lyle cracks his knuckles. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Just watch out for any stairs, right?
The guy running it is
deflates.
Zyran. The name is Jifeng.
Jifeng.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
Slimy little shit. But no one crosses him, from what I hear.
Hey, you're only as dangerous as your hired goons, right?
Well, I suppose we don't start. We're not looking to start trouble anywhere. Too much heat.
Well, you aren't, but you're gonna have us start trouble for you.
Well, you're working for Vondale. Not for me.
Lady brings up a good point.
All I care about is that you find UA and you get her home safely. I don't give a shit about what happens to them or what trouble you cause.
Well, so who
As long
says
as
anything
it's
about
back.
starting trouble? Let's just maybe go for a friendly chat and see where it goes from there. And nothing says it's got to get violent or stabby, or nobody has to throw any fireballs. And do they have stairs there? Lyle asked nervously.
Stairs? I'm pretty sure it's a one-floor building. We got a problem with stairs?
Lyle slaps his knee. He's like, "All right, no problem. We got this." One-story
He
building.
has a bad knee. Don't let him fool you.
Ah, I see.
Not. It's a fun.
Well, if you rescue UA, you could chop off your leg and get a prosthetic.
Oh yeah, that's great. I'll get right on that. So about that complimentary service.
Look, friend, we have some rules here. Now, if one of the girls wants to spend time with you, by all means, just don't break any of the rules, and we don't have a problem. As far as the rest of you goes, if you guys want rooms, I'll give you rooms here. Sleep. It's kind of late. I assume you're not going to go out there when it's raining like it is.
That might be the best thing that you've said all night.
I haven't slept in a
check
bed
us.
in so long.
Well, I'm sure you'll like these, handsome.
Mm.
I've got one more question.
Shoot.
So you know UA? Why would anybody take her? What is she worth to these people?
As far as how I know her, she stayed here for a while when she first came to town. Sweet girl. Nice girl. And before you think anything uncouth, no, she was not working here.
Lyle snaps his
She was
fingers
just staying
in
here.
disappointment. Damn it.
Well, what would be so wrong about being a cook here?
She laughs. Well, she did work in the kitchen for a while, but she always liked to tinker at the smithy.
She made your arm.
She did. She made both of them. She kind of pulls back her sleeves and reveals her two prosthetic arms that are very well made and very intricate.
Aye, sounds like a fine
She
lass.
made me too.
I'm sure she did. She, about a year ago, she left here when she got enough money saved up to purchase her home, and she stayed there with her husband before he passed a few months ago.
A few
But,
months ago.
Yeah. Before
Yeah.
little Otto here.
Anything weird about her husband's death? Anything that
No.
might cue
No.
us in?
Unfortunately, he was always a little sickly, but it still came as a surprise. She used to keep in touch a lot,
She
but
didn't like to talk about it.
no, I imagine she didn't. Once he passed, she didn't really keep in touch. But we gave her space. In any case, as far as why they would want her, I can only imagine it's whatever the hell was in this box they wanted. And since I assume they didn't get it, that's why they took her. Otherwise, I don't imagine why they would keep her alive.
That
And I
does line
assume
up
that
with what we've heard.
And I assume she's still alive. Otherwise, why would they take her?
Indeed.
As you're all talking, the girl kind of runs in, kind of with a hood over her head, like quickly runs over to Zay and kind of leans in and whispers into her long ear. Her eyebrow kind of raises. You say we're at the Twisted Nook, right?
That is correct.
Aye.
You didn't happen to do anything to the property before you left, did you?
We left a couple of guys
No.
peeing their pants and
Yeah,
passed
we
out.
blockaded a couple of doors. I may have broken the door off the hinge, actually.
She kind of gets like a ooh, like a ooh.
Why?
Oh dear.
Something
What
happened to it?
happened?
Well, apparently it's on fire.
Oh.
Lyle looks over at Triel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
It wasn't me. No.
They did have a lot of alcohol in there,
Explosion.
and alcohol's flammable, and you make
None of-
flames.
None of us were throwing
Hmm.
So
fire.
it's your fault.
I was unconscious. How could I have set it on fire?
What I imagined happened is they decided, on top of killing their boss, that the rest of them weren't worth keeping around either.
Yeah, that's.
Well, it's a good thing it's raining.
Well, after the place got sacked like that, I figured maybe their operation would probably go up anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, it does sound like they were. I believe Tori here mentioned some explosions as we were leaving.
I guess you were right.
Hard
I
to tell the
suppose it's-
difference between that and the thunder. I didn't really care either way.
Well, in either case, I assume it's probably a good idea to keep you guys here for tonight.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Memory of Shorty.
Much appreciated.
Of course. Well,
Is there anything else then?
not for me, unless you have more questions for me.
You said you run a smithy?
Oh, we run a lot of things.
So
Why,
you
yeah.
said I have. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just curious about where that would be located. Maybe worth checking out.
Oh, it's one of the buildings across from us. She kind of points toward the wall where the back doors and kind of laid out to the backyard, kind of in that direction. If you go across from there, you can get in the back door. Just give them a knock, tell them I sent you. They'll
Adam
help you get
nods.
equipped.
Adam nods. Thanks.
Of course.
I
Anyone
have,
else?
I have another question actually.
Sure.
So you are not quite a syndicate. So what are you?
We're a community, I guess. Is the way to call it. No one's here against their will. No one's being forced to do something they don't want to do. We all look out for each other, and we're a family. So
Family
and
that
UA is part of that family.
that manhandles people with boxes.
Tori
What?
just nods and kind of ducks her head. She gets up to head off to her room.
She kind of nods. The dwarven woman, or the Yord woman, is kind of waiting outside, kind of like just to follow. Like, I'll lead you to your rooms if you're all good. And Zay kind of nods, like, feel free to have any food on the house for tonight if you want. And she'll show you your rooms.
Thank you.
And then you are led to rooms as you wish, or given food as you wish for the rest of the night.
Do I pick up any ladies?
Give me a charisma check.
Oh,
That's
boy.
safe, sir.
Save.
That's a save. That's not what you're looking
Hey,
Oh,
for.
that's the
boy.
wrong button.
Uh-huh.
Wait for it.
You're just doing this to me on purpose.
I am,
How do you
yes.
like that?
Oh.
Eat shit, Martin.
Hmm.
Girls like you now. Suddenly.
You do manage to sway this blonde-haired Genji woman who just kind of thinks you're interesting, and you kind of are led back to the room and kind of spend some time. And that's all I'll say.
I'm very interesting. I told her all kinds of stuff. Very much of it.
I told her so many lies that she just believed.
It's okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
ran your mouth all night.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I'm satisfied. All right.
Wait,
Proceed.
you were given so much food.
I'm going to make them rue the day that they said I could have free food. But more so, before I head to bed, I'm gonna kind of peek my head outside a little bit and kind of just wander down the street just a little bit, seeing if I can find the guy who the last dude we let out of the building. See if
You're gonna
maybe
go.
he's still alive.
You're gonna go try to find him.
Just a little short walk.
Are you going back all the way to the Twisted Nook?
Hell yeah,
I
Wayside Quest. Who's going with him?
can't see the map on how far away it is, but
Here, I will take all of you back there so you can see.
I keep trying to switch tabs, but then I realize that doesn't work because I'm not a
Right.
GM.
So you're all here right now, and the Twisted Nook is right here.
That's what,
And
3,
burning.
4 blocks?
It's a couple blocks, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go down the street this way, come down and around. I'm guessing that's where all the guards were probably heading to.
Yeah,
so-
there's lots of guards kind of around the building trying to put out the fire. There's some, well, I guess firefighters, trying to put out the fire, throwing sand and
Are they
water.
Genji and Zeron guys throwing sand and water magic?
There are, yes.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a short walk around. I'm not gonna bring the crossbeer with me. I don't want to draw attention that I have a weapon on me.
The guards
Yeah,
seem pretty preoccupied with trying to put out the fire, because it looks like it wasn't just a blaze. It looked like something burst inside the building. Parts of the building are kind of splayed out around the area.
It's definitely the alcohol blowing up.
I guess from on the outside here, I'm just gonna kind of observe it and kind of do an investigation to kind of get an idea as to what caused it.
I would say that's more a perception check.
Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, dear. Oh, that's not a good roll. That is a 6 altogether.
I mean, outside of that, it's a blaze, and there is what appears to have been an explosion.
It's fire.
There's spots of fire, although it's getting put out by the rain, the sand, and the water.
Gotcha.
You
It was
do,
lightning. It was
I
definitely
will
lightning.
say, you do see some of the guards, when some of the fires put out, pulling out some corpses.
Are these the corpses that I made?
Nope. One is looks like it was a Yord.
Not that guy.
Yeah, that guy was in there. And then there's
What-
mostly human corpses. Looks like.
Please tell me Shory's okay.
Was the Yord one of the guys who were drinking in the corner?
Shori is definitely not
Yes.
okay.
There was a Yord in the corner who was drinking.
Yep.
Sad.
Sad.
Well, looks to be that guy.
In memory of those guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of just keep walking down the street, like, obviously I'm rubbernecking, because I'm sure other people are around, looking
Oh
at
yeah,
this.
there's some people who got up and kind of are standing out with umbrellas, kind of muttering among themselves. Who
Do
got woken up by the explosion.
I pick up any useful information among whispers?
Mostly just that it just kind of suddenly happened. Like they don't know what happened. They just heard the sound that woke them up.
Oh,
They got
got
up,
a fire!
Oh, what the hell was that noise? It was so loud. Oh my god.
What a
I know the
boom.
tavern wasn't very good, but holy crap. How the hell did it go up like that? That kind of stuff. Mostly just confusion.
All right. I don't see the guy who got away, do I?
No, probably not. But not with 6.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking back around, and I'm gonna cut in through here, see if that trapdoor is still there.
It is still there. And it is still open because I presume you guys didn't shut it.
I don't think we did.
I
No.
didn't shut it.
Nope.
Yeah. So it is still open.
Do I be stupid or smart?
I mean,
I would say do it, but you don't have a weapon
Yeah.
on you, right?
I have a sword.
Oh, well, okay. Well, roll for stupid.
I'm gonna. Yeah, let's evens. We're doing it. Okay.
Okay, go it.
We're just gonna hop on
Alright.
down into the tunnel and probably die.
All right. You head down into the tunnel, going back the way you came. And then you realize you smell smoke. A lot of smoke.
Okay.
Before
I'm
long,
At the smell of smoke, I'm going to kind of pull my coat over my face and kind of get low to the ground.
you start to close in where that secret door is, and you see light on the other side.
Now, when you
I'll be
say
right back.
light,
I mean, like flickering, burning light.
Fire!
Fire! Sucker! Fire!
Fire's cool.
Fire, 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 fire.
all right, I'm going to see how close I can get to that room, just to kind of get a look inside.
You can poke your head in there. There's heat.
I'm sweating. Yeah, I get it.
You're sweating. You're poking your head inside. It's that meeting room. The table is on fire. The 3 dudes who were unconscious in the corner are now charred corpses. Although they are not engulfed in the blazes in the table, or like that's around the rest of the room. It looks like they were burned separately.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh.
You could make your way around if you could.
Okay, I assume this whole place is ablaze. Yeah, I'll go. Oh, this is stupid. This is going to collapse on me. Let's.
It is. You can hear the creaking of wood above your head. You think that you see dust and debris starting to fall a little bit. Yes, this place seems like it might collapse in on itself.
Yeah, we're not going to be stupid anymore. We're
Sounds
going to
like
turn
burning
back around.
eggs, I bet, huh?
You do notice from like kind of poking your head out toward that hallway, that door that you guys had blocked off, the crate has been pushed aside. The door looks like it was kicked open, and there is just heat emanating from that room where those guys were sleeping.
Wow.
Poor sleepies.
Yeah, in memory of all of these people. Glad I got some books from them at least.
Give me a
Where they
perception
burned them.
check, actually.
Okay, come on, die. Come on, die. Don't be bad. Hey, that's 15.
15. You hear a guy weeping in another room.
Shit.
Oh ho.
Oh no!
Oh no, one of my
Oh.
flaws. I must be noble.
Do it. Save him.
Fuck. Yeah, you know what? I gotta brave the fire.
All right.
I think I know which one this was too.
Give me a Constitution save.
Hey, I'm good at that.
Because you're in the middle of a very hot area. There's a lot of smoke.
Are you a fucking firefighter or something?
No, I'm a hero. God. Okay, no, that's not in that one. That's a 7. Thank God.
What's your total?
It is 11.
11. I'll
Mhm.
say for right now you're good for the moment. So you make your way back to where those guys were gambling. Those corpses that were there in a pile are on fire. Some of the roof appears to have started to collapse, kind of almost blocking most of the way. And you see hands underneath some of the rubble trying to scramble the way through. Help! So I don't want to die.
All right, just so I can remember the area with the map. Was this the guy that Tori said to get under the table and not leave?
Well, it was in that room, yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's I think that's where we are.
All right. Way's eyes widen as he leaps into action. Both his hands letting his cape, or not his cape, his cloak kind of fall from his face as he reaches and starts trying to move some of the debris, coughing. I'll get you. Don't worry.
Help me! I don't want to die.
How much debris are we talking about here, Majay?
It's pretty tight fit for him to squeeze through, and he's trying to squeeze through it, and he seems like he's stuck. So you're gonna have to give me a
Okay.
strength check if you want to try to pull him out.
We're gonna grab and tug.
Mhm.
Oh, don't fail me now, dice. Is it a strength check or a strength save?
A strength check.
Okay. Damn it, that's an 8.
An 8.
Yep.
He's stuck in there pretty tight. He's trying to pull on you to help him out, but he's stuck in there pretty good.
Come on, Superman.
Please get me out, please.
Is this considered combat module? Can I reroll my d20 with Savage Attacker?
Maybe you look
This
for
is early attack, so
maybe
no.
something to get leverage to pry some of the debris up or something.
Well, I said I was going to try and remove some of it, but I don't know if that.
Well, I assume that was part of the attempt to help him get out.
Yeah.
If you want to Let me just look at that area again to see what was there. There was a torch on the wall that's still there, made of metal. It's kind of a long torch you could pull out as a leverage. It wouldn't be much, but
You gotta think a metal torch in a burning building. That thing's gonna
Yeah.
be hot as fuck.
Yeah,
I mean that's what you got around you. He's clawing at the stone floor, kind of trying to pull himself free.
All right, I think we just got to keep moving debris. Going to be the best way.
Give me another strength check.
Even worse. Man, my dice are terrible tonight. 7. Oh wait, no, that was a 15. That wasn't a 5. That was a 15.
Okay.
That's a 17.
All right. So you managed to start pulling on some of the debris, and he starts to get a little bit forward, and then eventually he kind of pops out and he's pull himself out. Oh, he just kind of lays on the floor, kind of putting his hands over his head. Like,
Hey, we don't have time to cry. You can cry later. Come on.
you help him up.
Wade kind of gets him up, puts his arm over his shoulder, and come on. I need you to walk.
Okay.
Walking is probably going to be hard. If it was that guy, then his legs were
Stop crying. Stop crying. Come on, man.
His leg is fucked up, so he's kind of limping a little bit. He's keeping your head low from the smoke. He's coughing. Eventually, without too much difficulty, even with the building creaking around you, sounding like it's just about to collapse, you get to the secret passage and start making your way back. You kind of... Thank you. Eventually, you reach the other side and start heading to the surface when he kind of ceases coughing and then looks at you. And then his eyes go wide as he realizes who the fuck you are. Don't kill me! He kind of pushes off, falls to the ground.
All right, as he falls, I get down on a knee and 1, I don't kill unless I have to. 2, I need you to come with me. I'm gonna keep you safe, but you need to answer my questions. And if you lie, I have friends who do kill.
You remember the bird girl?
Give me an intimidation or persuasion check. This is not gonna be hard.
Ooh, I think I have good intimidation. I do. Why did I use the bat? Okay, that's not terrible. 15.
Man, he should be telling you this shit.
He's already kind of peeing his pants a little bit, so it's not very hard. So you persuade this gentleman using the kind of threat of potential violence to persuade him to come with you, and he just kind of looks terrified, just kind of nods. Don't kill me, my leg fucking hurts.
Told you I'm not going to kill you. Now as we're kind of walking back towards the brothel, now your leg looks a little hurt there, bud. Do you know is there a shop around here that I can get a couple of herbs? I can make you a little ointment to make that feel a little bit better.
It's the middle of the night, ain't it?
I don't know. It's the night, man. I don't know where the fuck we are, really.
Tori kind of like shifts in a room. Like, I feel like I hear something.
I feel like I hear someone whimpering.
Whimpering or whining.
I get the strangest feeling.
Sounds like a little bitch.
I get the feeling somebody moved from where I told them to.
Someone disobeyed my orders.
I'm just very fucking uneasy, and I get up and I just get all my gear on, and I start heading toward the exit of the brothel. Something's wrong.
So you're kind of moving down the street toward the brothel.
I'm saving my action basically.
I'm saying like Wei and this guy are like right here, and you're kind of standing outside. So you see the two of them approaching the building.
Yeah.
And then the guy looks up and sees you and like freezes. It's like, oh.
Calm down. She's not gonna hurt you.
You don't know that, man.
Yes, I do.
You guys killed like all of my friends.
But you're still alive. There's another one who's alive. Now, and also we didn't kill them. Just knocked them out. Whoever set your place on fire killed them.
You guys definitely killed my friends.
Okay, there's a couple of guys we might have killed, to be fair.
We found.
No, I mean, we were defending ourselves, really.
Well, you guys broke into our place. So we were the ones defending ourselves.
You broke into somebody else's place, though.
I didn't.
Am I talking to her? Am I talking to her now?
At
Is he
this
now?
point, probably.
Okay. Well, you moved from out from under the table, and I feel like that's the issue here. But I'm willing to forgive you if you're willing to work with us.
He's gonna shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm going to take that as a yes.
You want to bring this guy inside and interrogate him, maybe?
I'm tired. You look tired too. Are you tired? You look tired.
I'm very tired. I'd like to sleep.
Would you like to come in and rest?
Yes, please.
I open the door while I maintain eye contact with him and say, then
Just
go
kind
inside.
of shrinks as he kind of goes in with way.
You sleep under the table.
No, Way will let him in his room. He can sleep on the floor, but not in the bed.
Well, a couple of the girls
the
see
table.
this guy heading inside, are kind of looking, and like once you get him to your room and start settling in, a couple of the girls come in with some medical supplies and start treating his wound.
I'm just like, aren't you gonna get the soot off of him? He's dragging it everywhere. Black
the
shit
girl
everywhere.
starts having to just mop up the suit.
I feel like now that I know what my problem is, I'm fine and I can go off to bed. So like I fucking prance off to my room. Very uncharacteristically.
I actually want to talk with Tori real quick though.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Triel's gonna catch Tori right before she gets her. Like, hey, I'm wondering something. That bastard spellcaster that we encountered. Did anyone happen to find a book on him?
You mean like a spell book or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I do believe someone with a. I mean,
yes,
not
we
there,
did.
Who picked up the book again? I don't remember who picked up the book.
I think I have it. I think
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
the
Birdie
spell
did.
book and the scroll.
Pretty sure Birdie did.
I have books, but I don't think it's the book.
Yeah. Who got it? Because I would really like to have that.
I did. And I think I have it in my room.
All right.
Want to come up to my room and hang out for a little bit?
How did you know about the
Shut
things
up, you already got a girl
you
with you,
weren't
shut up.
conscious for? How did you know about the things you weren't conscious for?
Ooh.
He's a wizard. He probably if it was
no.
if it was a was the guy a sorcerer or a wizard? If he was a wizard, then it's safe to assume he has a book.
Trail just fucking transforms into like second form Frieza. I'm just gonna hand over the book in the scroll bucket. Here you go.
Thank you. And I'll be on my way.
Study that shit. What's in it? I need to know.
Yeah, what's in there? Tell me what's in there.
I will be studying the books before Trio goes to sleep.
Did I already send you what was in the book, or have I not done that?
No.
All right. Well, then I will get that for you. And the scroll is a scroll of sending.
Scroll of sending. Oh, nice.
You can send text messages.
Basically.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Let me go find that guy and then tell you what spells he has. There he is. All right, are you ready? I'm just gonna list them out for you.
Yeah.
He has the following cantrips: in Ray of Frost, Mage Hand, and Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
As far as first level spells, he had Magic Missile and Charm Person.
All right.
Yeah, Charm Person. Isn't that right, Trail?
And then second level spells, he had Silence, Hold Person, Misty Step, and invisibility.
Okay.
How's the spells he had?
That sounds useful.
Mm-hmm. Sounds perfect for kidnapping somebody. What's you okay with it, buddy?
Well, knowing that, I am going to start recording my own spells into the spell book.
All right, is now your spell book. Congratulations.
Ta-da.
Yes.
Does anyone else have anything for the night?
Everything okay, BB?
I don't think the smithy wouldn't be open until the morning, I imagine.
Probably not, no.
Yeah, okay. So, no.
I guess we should sleep. I rolled athletics to see if I was good at sex, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
Nice.
You were all talk and no cock.
Really, that should have been a constitution
Wow.
save.
I can do a constitution save.
Alright, so his technique wasn't good, but how long did he last?
He's got a minus
Damn! I have a -1 constitution, too.
That tells me that you were not very good and you took forever.
Damn! Wild BTFO.
Ooh.
fucking wrecked.
Slow and steady wins the race, you know what they say. And the broad
But
just
she's
rolls
very
her eyes.
polite and doesn't make you feel bad about it.
What is it? Dave Chappelle said, "Wrap it up."
Yeah, with the lady with the box.
Yeah.
I was actually just looking for that GIF.
Yeah.
Lyle can't catch a break. Fucking women and stairs, man.
Man, you would have thoroughly unimpressed Birdie.
Otto's gonna settle down outside of the bedrooms and sit on the ground against the wall.
What?
And that's where he'll rest for the night.
He's gonna Alphonse Elric this shit. It's gonna be red.
Okay.
We need to get my mother back.
He doesn't sleep, so
He just chilled for 8 hours straight.
Well, I always say that, like, if is Otto going to try to sleep?
he's going to do his sentry's rest.
Okay, so he's just trying to regenerate. He's not trying to.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Understood. Just asking. Is anyone else doing anything before they go to bed?
Not over here.
Lyle's
Nope.
falling asleep immediately.
I'm worn out. I ran into fire.
You did.
I'm tired now.
You are given a clean towel and
Guys, I want to take a quick second to tell you that Michelangelo will be playable in Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl, and that basically means I have.
Oh my god, Storm.
God damn.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that now. All right,
nerd.
go on ahead. The fucking Ninja Turtle uses nunchucks. It's calling to me. I have to. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. All right. Then before long, you all fall asleep. You enjoy a comfortable rest in these luxurious beds that are most assuredly very expensive to sleep in, with or without company. And before long, morning starts to come. And as the daylight hours begin to turn, nope, that's not right.
That's close. Birdies.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, of course, you'd
Good
have the
night.
sounds of the birds and the bees.
It's better than the thunderbolts and thunder crashing. Scaring me.
Somewhere it comes. You are offered breakfasts of various kinds: eggs, ham, More turkey. Anything you really want?
I eat.
You try to consume the bacon?
Yeah.
All right. So Otto is chomping on bacon. Some of the girls who grow up are just kind of watching you, and you kind of like, you're just like, huh, that's cute.
Question:
Yes.
Is Otto still wearing his disguise?
Well,
Nah,
I
I
don't
took it
imagine. Okay.
That's what I need to know. Does he have a sombrero and a mustache? It's apparently a very convincing disguise.
Until he speaks.
I'm also going to eat.
As does Gazelle.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
Trail will
eat some
have
ham.
like some bacon.
Lyle shambles down the stairs late and looks entirely too satisfied with himself as he stumbles over
God.
and plops down at the bar. And
That same yard woman is there.
he turns over and looks at the yard woman, gives her a smirk and a wink, and he says, "How about some breakfast, darling?"
She kind of rolls her eyes and then kind of points toward a platter of bacon and ham.
Lyle looks over and his face lights up. It's like, "Ooh, don't mind if I do." And he suddenly hops off of the bar stool he had sat on, and he saunters over there and starts picking up food and nibbling at it. He says, "Oh, service at this place is much better than I expected. I think I'm starting to like our new employer, even if she is a little grabby, but, that can grow on me after a while."
Oh my God.
Adam just rolls his eyes. Like, well, hopefully this won't be much of a derailment.
The way he's probably gonna be the last one downstairs as he's helping his new prisoner come down the stairs.
Ho.
Hold up.
We lost somebody.
Uh-oh.
Mage Beerbead.
Ajay.
He exploded. No.
So anyway, alright.
There
I
he
guess
is.
no Nickelodeon All-Stars talk.
That was
Whatever.
Welcome back.
everything turned very strange very quickly. It was very unsettling.
Oh,
Your voice is a little crackly.
Yeah, because my entire thing went crackly for a bit for me. So I guess hold
That's
on.
weird.
It's mostly okay.
Oh god, come on, piece of shit.
Gotta get a money pot together for Mage to get a new mic or something.
Right.
We'll give him a second.
Hello?
You sound good.
hello.
Okay.
You sound good.
God damn this fucking thing.
Always gotta pick the worst time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so everyone's having breakfast. Everyone's up.
Yes, I
Or-
presume.
Yeah, Whale's coming downstairs with his prisoner, helping him down the steps.
Oh.
His prisoner.
The guy looks around very nervously. Some of the girls give him a questioning gaze, and he kind of shrinks
Lyle is
as
stuffing
he
his face with
stumbles down the
bacon,
stairs.
and he turns around and he sees Way with the guy, and with a full mouth, his eyes widen. He raises his brows, and he points at the guy and goes,
Way kind of mockingly back at him and
Adam simply stares, raising an eyebrow.
Gazelle
Tori's-
Sorry, you go.
Tori plays with her knife, like, while she looks at the guy.
He looks at Adam and Tori, very scared.
Way kind of
Gazelle glances over, like raising an eyebrow, like,
Wei kind of walks him over to the group and sets him down, and I don't think I got his name. Would I have gotten his name overnight, Majay?
If you asked for it.
I probably would have at some point.
His name is Jeff.
Making Majay go make up a name.
My name is
Can you hear
Jeff.
me?
Yes.
I can hear you
No, we
now.
couldn't hear
Yeah.
you. We can now.
Okay. Well, let's come with a name.
Jeff.
Barnaby Jones. Wait, no.
Mark.
Again. Fuck Christ. This piece of shit. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, his
Hello?
name
Hear
is
you.
that
Yeah?
fucking piece of shit.
It keeps turning off.
That's weird.
The headset or
The headset keeps disconnecting.
oh fuck.
Weird. Well, we can hear you fine now.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I think Mike is a good name.
There you go.
His name is Mike.
Michael Jeffrey Barnaby
Michael
Jones.
Jeffrey.
Michael Jeffrey. That's good.
Michael
Cool.
Michael Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. He's a foreigner, clearly.
All right, I set him down at the table. And
Mhm.
everyone, this is Mike. Mike, this is everyone. I'm gonna go get me some food, and then you're gonna tell us everything you know.
Kind of watches you get food. It's like.
Hi, Mike.
Adam simply silently waves.
Lyle quickly swallows the food that was in his mouth, and he turns to follow Wei with his gaze as he walks by, and he's like, "You made a friend? When did this happen?" I was
They made
I was a
a
little
captive.
busy last night. If you didn't hear,
I did not hear, thankfully.
yes.
No, I actually made us a captive and a potential lead.
Well,
I think you're better with the words than I am, so I figured you all could do the talking. I've buttered him up. He kind of grabs a piece of bacon and bites it off. Ooh, that's good. That's very good. But that place we were last night, yeah, it's gone.
Lyle raises an eyebrow and then shrugs his shoulders, and then he picks up a piece of toast and starts munching on it. He kind of just he's sitting this one out. He kind of wants to see how this plays out.
What do you want to know?
Well, he kind of sits down by him and. All right. First thing I want to know is who came downstairs after we left?
I didn't know I was hiding at the table. I didn't want I just saw him set the room on fire, and I just stayed under the table. He was in a cloak or something. I don't know.
You don't know his name?
No, I didn't see his face.
I'm gonna insight that.
Go for it.
What's my bonus on my insight? That is a 12.
12? Seems like he's not lying. It seems like he did what he was told. Which was to stay under the table and not come out and not say anything.
Adam simply shakes his head. I think he's probably telling the truth. we did kind of damn near scared him to death, so.
I'm
He
sorry.
looks nervously, Tori.
I got up for a second. Did I miss something?
We are interrogating the captive.
Oh, Tori doesn't say anything. She just kind of stares at him and is like, "You didn't wait. You didn't move at all, even when the place was burning down."
Well, when I was sure he was gone, I tried to get out, but I got trapped. So.
What did this man look like?
Yeah, but
He was. I mean, I didn't see his face. He was in a dark cloak, kind of tall, I guess. I didn't really get a good look at him.
Lyle speaks
I didn't
up.
want him to see me.
He says, "I don't know if he's telling the truth. Hey, Toots," and he looks over at Triel and points at her and then points at the guy and he says, "Why don't you light this one on fire?"
What?
Damn! Adam
Really?
shakes his
That's
Adam shakes
just-
his head.
I'm doing this as intimidation. Whether Tony lets him on fire or not, that's up to Tony.
Gazelle just glances over at Lyle. Is like, "You really want her to miss that badly?"
Wow, that was too clearly sarcastic. Apparently,
The trio
Very.
just immediately replies, "Lighting them on fire isn't fun."
Now she says,
Didn't you hit your friend?
That was not intentional.
I was like, we're the one asking the questions here.
He's less intimidated by you.
Well, he kind of gets back to the matter at hand. So, you don't know this person, you don't know what he looks like, and you can't even describe to me what he was wearing.
He was in a dark cloak. He had black boots. I didn't come out of the table. I didn't look at him.
No insignias, no
No, I didn't
no
say anything like
rings,
that.
no
No.
other.
He had gloves. I just saw his hands and like his lower body, which was mostly in a cloak. He definitely torched the entire fucking basement, though.
Lyle shrugs. Says, who, other than us, apparently, would be coming in to your little hideout and starting fires?
Probably one of the big bosses.
One of the big bosses, you don't say.
Yeah, drop us some names.
Why don't you tell our friends a little bit more about these big bosses?
I don't know their names. We're not supposed to know each other's names.
Oh, well, names, anything. Do you ever get visits from big bosses? Do you answer to anybody else? What have you guys been up to lately?
You guys didn't even have like a nickname, a code name for him?
Just the boss. Just the big boss.
The big boss.
Yeah.
You expect me to believe it's just the big boss?
Lyle shrugs and says, I wish
You know
I
what
was
I
called
think?
the big boss.
What do you think?
I think that you're a big liar.
That seems rude.
Excuse me, who saved you?
I'm sorry.
Maybe Tori should ask him.
Wei kind of looks over at her and, well, I mean, all he knows is the big boss. You want to give him a big punishment for it?
I slowly start to get up from the table, just like really like dramatically moving, just like
Approaching menacingly.
So you don't want to talk, huh?
I told you all I know. I don't know anything.
I think you're holding out on us for some reason.
How?
I'm not.
Do you know where he lives?
No.
How did you guys contact him?
He leaves messages at random places, at random ends. Leaves messages for.
How? Is it by... How does he leave you the messages?
We have a runner who goes from end to end checking for messages. Or we did anyway.
You did?
He was taking a nap, so.
that poor bastard.
Yikes.
Dead as dirt.
Lyle puts his hand on his chin. He says, all right, listen, buddy. I believe you about the big boss. I believe that you guys are too incompetent for the bosses to come talk to you guys or
That's mean,
reveal
but okay.
their names to you or anything like that. But you see, you guys had to have your fingers in a few pies, so I've heard. That was the wording I heard.
Yeah.
I want to know more about what you guys been up to. Like, say, I don't know, why you maybe were kidnapping women, or why you like nice boxes, or maybe why you guys like to keep corpses in the back room. You know, there's a
Well-
lot I think that you could probably
We've
enlighten us on.
gone over that with one of his friends, though.
Yeah, they said that was a snitch.
Yeah, we've gone over this.
Yeah,
I think we need to.
we need a little bit more info.
That the dead guy that we had in the back.
That dead guy's the least of your concerns, but go ahead.
Well, I heard from one of the other guys. I mean, I wasn't told really anything. I just heard that he was stitching us out to the previous boss.
To the previous boss. Oh. So, while smugly looks over at the others, what was that about us getting all the useful information about that dead body? That's what I thought.
So the previous boss was still alive, is what you're saying.
The previous boss was still alive.
I just heard this from another guy. I don't know if
You
it's exactly,
talking
but that's
about
what I heard.
Sun Fong?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was his name.
You think? Is that right?
Yeah.
Lyle at this point looks over at the others and says, okay, so it seems like the old former boss that got muscled out was still meddling in their affairs here.
I heard that people. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
And all of you guys have always heard from someone. None of you have seemed to talk to anyone yourselves.
Yeah, that's the point. We're not supposed to talk to each other, so that when when one of us fucks up, they can just kill us, and the whole organization can continue without us. I guess. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that what yesterday was?
Okay. I guess. Can I have some food?
You can have some food when you're done talking. And as long as there's no more lies.
I'm not lying.
Yes, but you're hiding information from us.
What am I hiding? I don't know what you want from me.
All right. Where can we find your former boss?
My former boss?
Sun Fong, you know anything about him?
Well, I didn't work for him.
So were you then with the guy that we found dead in the basement?
Yeah, which is your boss? Is it the guy who was cut up in the basement, or was it the guy who stormed out of the place and probably...
Was he like a big guy and had like a was losing his hair and shit?
Yeah, real mean, surly looking fella.
That would have been my boss. Was he dead?
Okay.
He was dead, wasn't he?
Oh.
What can you tell us about him?
Hate to break the news to you, bud.
Well, I mean, he was not very good at his job. I'll be frank. I think.
I don't think any of you were good at your job to.
No,
be frank,
but he was in charge, so he should have known what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck.
You okay, Mudge?
My fucking headset is losing its goddamn mind.
You seem fine on our end.
It's like popping in my ears. It's
Thanks.
Yeah. Ah.
Lyle looks back at the others and says, I don't know. I got a feeling this guy is less holding out on us and more stupid, if I do say so myself.
That's mean.
So we either got to find,
but not inaccurate.
Yeah. We got to figure out the right questions to ask, and if he's just going to be useless, then I think we're wasting our time. We could be out hitting the streets, going to say that. God, what was the name of the Golden Chapel?
Golden Chapel.
Lyle's like,
our friend knows something about that.
Lyle's like, what do you know about the Golden Chapel? Tell us about that.
One of the guys goes there sometimes, or he did. I've been there once and got broke. Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
It,
You're good.
it just keeps
Sorry, we're
cutting
still
out.
listening.
Sorry.
You okay?
But yeah, I've gone there and I lost all my coin, and I got a real
So you wouldn't
yelled at for that.
you wouldn't know anything about the. God, I've already. Was it? Yeah, Z Fang. You wouldn't know anything about this Z Fang fella, or.
He's the guy who runs the Golden Chapel.
Uh huh.
My headset's going fucking crazy, and it's shouting in my ears.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Well,
I'll be right back while Masha gets that figured out.
okay, we could take a
Alright.
minute.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I switched this fucking slots again.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the last thing that was asked? I'm sorry.
Aaron got up to
There.
for a second.
Yeah, she got up, so I think we're waiting for her. But we're so far just asking about Z-Fang.
Yeah. I was asking about Z Fang, and I had a follow up question, but I'll wait until Aaron gets back. Or we don't have to, I guess. Oh, wait. Never mind. So, Ninja Turtles, eh?
Ninja Turtles.
Cowabunga it is.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
No more of that.
No, none of that. Shame on you.
Shame.
Gotta replace these stupid headset. Stupid headset.
Sounds like it.
It was like had a burst of noise in my ear, and it was fucking really loud.
Damn.
Jeez. I hate that.
Well, I don't know what's taking Aaron, but just in the interest of not sitting here in dead silence, then should we move on?
Continue interrogating? Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
okay.
fine.
Okay,
Probably.
alright.
All right, so yeah,
Xiphon, he's a kind of a little shithead, but
so we've heard.
you don't want to fuck with him.
We don't we?
No, I hear that he's got a way of dealing with any troublemakers.
Oh, is that right?
The kind of way that doesn't leave anything behind.
I see. Well, you wouldn't mind sharing with us any information you have about the Golden Chapel, such as, how to bypass security? You privy to anything useful like that?
No.
No. Man, this guy's useless.
I don't work. Look, man, I had one job, and that was to rob pockets. That was my job. And muscle in some businesses. Rough them up if they give us any grief.
Lyle walks over, he puts his arm around this guy, and he's like,
Businesses like
what businesses did you? Yeah, what business did you work with that would perhaps know some of your contacts?
I mean, we were the ones they contacted, so it than us. I assume someone else is going to do that now.
So your goal is to get the business in, but you don't know who they talk to.
They talked to us, or they did.
Okay, so
There was an antique shop over there that was like across the street and down the way. There was a general store that we kind of got that guy to pay us for protection money. We kind of paid some guy on the side to sell us some stuff on the down low. That kind of thing. We didn't really have a whole lot of under our umbrella.
Might be worth keeping in mind for the future, just in case some of the other what do you call them?
Look,
Other
man,
outfits decide to, take up your
the
little.
operation works by the idea like we have our little section of town, and there are other gangs their own section of town, but we're not supposed to communicate with them. Just keep to ourselves.
And I suppose you guys wanted this section of town, but our friends here at the Silk and Thorn weren't so keen on that. Is that right?
Well, I think what I hear, the rumor going around, at least amongst us, and what we've heard, is like that some of the smaller gangs are looking for where they were, trying to get, he kind of looks around, get dirt on here so we can, muscle in. And then if whoever gets to do that would get, big payout for the big boss, I think. That was the idea. We get more territory at least.
Lyle leans a little bit closer to this guy and says, I don't suppose you found anything, did you?
No.
At this point, Lyle, leans off the guy, takes a step back. He looks back to the others and says, I'm starting to think we're barking up the wrong tree here. This guy ain't good for nothing.
I would agree.
I suppose I'm glad he's not like, barbecue right now, but that's about all we can say for this guy.
Wei kind of tosses the guy a couple of pieces of bacon.
Oh, I think
A lone rabbit can only give you so much meat.
You said it, buddy. So Lyle shakes his head and says, all right, well, if old Mikey here is completely useless, then where does that leave us? I suppose first order business, Mike, he calls to the guy.
Yeah?
He gestures with his head. He's like, go sit over there. We don't want you hearing our conversation. It's private now.
All right. He takes one more piece of bacon.
Take your bacon and walk.
Shuffles off.
He turns back to the others.
Table.
And says, all right, so we got nothing except for this Golden Chapel bit of line here. Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm still looking to get paid. 400 gold sounds a bit nicer than 300 gold. So I want to find this broad. I want to find her fast.
I agree.
Yeah,
I want this to be done with and over.
But before we can do that, we need some leads. So I don't know if any motions toward Adam and snaps his fingers a couple times, trying to.
Yeah.
You, guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy can sniff out a trail like he did last time, playing old Bloodhound, or if or what we got to do. Doesn't seem like, old oddball over here. He says, motioning to Otto, like he knows anything. Seems like whatever UA got herself mixed up in is a little above his head. So
Yeah, he seemed like he was just a grunt.
mm.
The heads are all cut off. So
Yeah, Sir Trail really only got us as far as the Twisted Nook.
the Golden
That was
Chapel
before our-
seems to be our only real potential lead this time.
All right. So I suppose let's make this official then. We're a team. And I'll be your leader.
I don't know if we need a leader.
Yeah.
Every team needs a leader. Who are you kidding?
What's a team?
No. Otto. Oh,
That's adorable.
buddy. Lyle walks over and he pats Otto on the shoulder and he's like, team is like you and your master. You were a team. You worked together and you accomplished things together with a shared goal.
Family?
It's like family, but you don't have to like each other.
It's like all the people in the kitchen over there. They're all coming together to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You should also call them family.
No. Oh, we're not. Listen up.
You did call them that. Yes.
He pats Otto on the shoulder again. Okay, buddy. Whatever. Fine. Whatever you got to tell yourself. We're a team now. We're working together here. We all want to find UA. Right? For whatever reason, for better or for worse. So, let's start off on a new foot, because before I feel like things were a little rocky, but if we're gonna work together here, then we gotta establish a few rules, such as no fireballs in the back. First of all, let me just put that out there.
I said I was sorry about that.
Okay, apology accepted. You're too beautiful for me to hold it against you.
No whipping someone in the back.
That was because I was under a spell.
Whipping in the back is okay, depending in context.
No lying.
We were into that.
No. All right, let's not get carried away, Otto.
No lying to each other.
I can agree to that.
Can you?
You don't trust me, old man? Still? It's been nearly...
Not as far as I can throw you, my friend.
Should we all just incite that?
I got a feeling you could throw me pretty far.
Well, if he can't, I probably can.
Okay, alright. Enough about the throwing. Let's just agree to work toward a common goal. No backstabbing. No taking each other's boxes. No shoving. Non-consensually. And, let's,
No tying each other up.
no tying each other up. That's, well, I mean, non-consensually.
You are a sad,
Unless we catch
strange
each
little
other
man.
again.
Yes. And then
Sound robust.
Lyle just claps his hands. Okay, my point is, we need to share our information. We need to come up with a game plan. That's what good teams do. Now, I don't want to have to do that. So I am going to delegate that duty to everyone else. You just let old Lyle know what we're doing, and I'll figure out the best way to do it.
Wei kind of looks at him and, don't you know the area we're going to?
I know that they don't like...
No lying.
You have a bit of a reputation around these parts, it seems.
Not Not no. Not. Okay. Listen.
You're not good at this, are you?
I am fantastic at many things, my friend. Lyle interjects. But when it comes to people who cheat more than I do, I don't quite get along with them. Now this establishment, everything I've heard, very dangerous. I've been there once before. They don't mess around. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do. If we're gonna go in there, we're gonna be sneaky. If we're gonna try and get some information, then we need to know what we're trying to get, and we need a plan. Maybe we gotta stake the place out. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, just like hide out outside, wear disguises, see the comings and goings, late night
Or we could just go in and ask.
Or we could just go in and ask. I'm sure they'll be happy to tell us about all of their shady dealings just because we asked. Lyle says sarcastically.
No,
I mean,
but
we'll go
perhaps
until we try. So
no, but perhaps a visit there to get some details would be in order.
Wei kind of nods, and I think we should split up into 2 groups. One of us to stake out, and the other one to go in on the operation. A few of us stand out. He looks kind of among the group with, we have one over here who's a bird, one over here who's quite big, and that one's a robot.
That's
So if
fair.
we don't want to get our cover blown, I think having 2 teams, one team to go in and map out the place, get the intel, and the second team to go in and actually get what we need.
Perhaps work around the outside while the first team.
We could investigate the outside. I think going inside, and if we have 2 teams inside, that's not a bad idea either. Have some folks blending in and keeping an eye on things. Have other folks being a little bit more proactive.
Well, if we're splitting up, this will come in handy. I pull out the scroll and put it on the table.
What do you got there?
This scroll contains the spell Sending. It'll allow us to send a message when we know.
Oh,
Wei kind of scratches his head.
That's convenient.
I don't know magic.
You just... everything you'll need to know to cast the spell is written in the scroll. It's quite simple, really.
I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that that sorcery stuff, but I'll leave that to you guys. Well,
So it sounds like Triel's on the team inside.
Well, I was like, it's not like I've never, used a sending scroll before, but if you're asking me to get any more complicated than that.
Oh, all right. I'll pick the scroll back up.
What other magic you got?
Gazelle is a sorcerer.
Gazelle is a sorcerer.
Aye.
Lyle kind of looks at Gazelle skeptically and is like, well, he certainly says so.
Weren't you fighting with a chair last time?
Don't forget the darts.
This magic chair.
Yes, I cast chair. What more is there to understand?
Triel just raises some eyebrows.
You are.
And I don't know what darts you're talking about. That was my magic missile.
You are
Sure.
quite an interesting fellow.
I was like, I got a feeling this guy's going to probably not be on our stealth team. Well, what do you say? Sooner the better. Why don't we check this place out?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
we'll
very
get
good
going.
on the stealthy end, so I think I'll be a surveyor.
Is Majay still here?
I'm here.
He's,
Just quiet.
Okay.
he's
What do you guys
observing
plan?
Just-
us clowning
Just
around.
making sure.
I was like, all right, well, he pats his hand on the table. I know where the place is, so as soon as you're done stuffing your faces, why don't we hit the road? And he just grins.
Aye, sounds good to me.
Should we stop anywhere and make any preparations first? Perhaps.
I would say if you're gonna bring any weapons with you, keep them hidden. They probably don't allow them in the casino.
Adam looks over at the spear on his back. That may be possible.
I was like, just put it in a loot case or something. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, just stuff it in your pants. They'll be.
Do you want to check out that smith on the way?
If you don't mind.
I know how eager you were last night. Why don't we could afford a little detour for our buddy here, can't we? We're a team after all. We support each other. Lyle
That's
says
true.
with suspicious intent.
But I don't like the way you said that.
No, don't. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Still just narrows his eyes looking at Lyle.
Lyle just, returns.
I mean, we have gone through a fair bit of rope. If nothing else, with it.
Buying rope's always good. I always like to have a little extra rope on hand, just in case things get a little heated.
Sure you do.
Okay.
I'm going to defer to what the rest of you guys want to do at the moment. I'm going to be right back.
Okay. So what are y'all doing?
I believe we were heading to the smith. Is that correct?
That's what it sounds like.
Adam is at least. I don't
Yeah,
know if
we're
people are
following
splitting
Adam.
up, but
So the smith is right here. So you could just head out the back door and just kind of wander around this tree and the fountain. Just kind of go around this onto the street and head to the smithy.
Yep.
It is run by a couple of girls, beefy, muscular, just kind of working at the forge. One of them sitting at the counter, kind of going over the books. Kind of looks up, kind of nods. How can I help you?
Hey there. We're helping Zafon with some work, and would like to see your wares.
Well, what are you looking for?
Adam looks around at the other folks, but after a moment he looks back to the shopkeeper and says, "Do you have any shields?"
Sure, of course. She kind of goes back and gets this well-made shield. Just a well-made shield.
What's it look like? I'm back, by the way.
Back. Rounded, made of wood mostly, with iron bars kind of put into it. Nicely made. Simple though.
Adam looks it over and puts a hand to his chin before finally nodding. All right, how much?
Well, if you're helping the big boss, then 2 gold.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, done deal. She'll take your 2 gold and hand you off the shield. That gives you +2 to your armor class, as long as you're equipping it in one hand.
All right, so let me just add that to my inventory real quick.
I really have nothing to look for here, so I'm just kind of waiting on you guys.
Yeah. Same here.
Same.
And okay, so that adds. So yes. Okay, yeah, that's really all Adam wanted.
All right. Is he done?
Yeah, he's done. Thank you very much.
All right, of course. Let us know if you need anything else. They gotta go
Adam
back
looks
to
over
work.
to the others. Sorry, just can't be
What?
can't be prepared enough sometimes.
Lyle shakes his head and shrugs his shoulders. Hey man, don't mention it. I mean, I need you to be in as good a shape as you can be if you're going to be leading the charge when things get hairy.
Well, I do enjoy a good hunt, so
That's the spirit.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm gonna look over the shop real quick and
I'm going to take out my scimitar and ask them for something smaller.
A scimitar?
Gimme
Yeah.
scimitar.
They'll take it. It's like, oh,
Yeah, that one.
What are you looking for? I can give you a short sword.
Like a knife.
Knife? Sure. We got a couple daggers you can take. Kind of go. She kind of takes it, looks it over, hands you off 4 daggers.
Oh.
Of nice quality. Well made. Yeah, of course.
I was thinking about, but I guess Lyle's just window shopping because I think I'm actually good with what I've got for now.
All right. Is everyone good then?
I believe so.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Not
Hey, Sorum.
Sorum.
Sorry. Did we lose him?
Billy! Yeah, I think we lost him somehow.
Yeah, I heard him snoring. He fell asleep.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get the Nick treatment.
No.
Oh yeah, he is.
So,
That's fine. I'm pretty tired myself and I'm not feeling great, so we will reach the point. I will show you guys where you're going, and we will walk in the entrance, and I'll kind of give you a brief rundown of what's there, and then we will continue afterwards. So, what happens is once you've got yourself all settled, you guys all make your way toward the Golden Chapel, which you are directed by one of the girls. Is this building over here?
Okay.
So you make your way over there. It is a very strange kind of building. It's large, but it's 1 story. But there are very few windows, and the few that there are very small and boarded. Or not boarded, but like barred.
For God's sake.
God.
Hold on.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, Sorum.
Buddy. Oh, there you go. Oh, no.
That was me. You could watch the video.
Yeah.
So you guys, I know you guys are planning to go into, but this is kind of the entrance situation that you're looking at. I assume you can only see this one room, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those of you who enter will come to like it's strange. This mostly seems like a storage room, but it serves as the entranceway. There's barrels and crates, kind of something like with a pair of very nice wooden doors, kind of at the other end, with two rough-looking guys standing guard. One of them sitting on top of the crates, kind of watching you guys or watching whoever enters enter as a guard. The other one looking more gruff, his arms crossed, scimitars at their hips. One has a mace at his hip, kind of waiting for whoever enters.
Oh,
Ooh.
And whatever lies beyond.
you want to just leave it here for now?
Yeah, because I'm very tired and I want to go to bed.
Okay. I still got another hour or 2 or 3 in me, but I'll cut you some slack. You said from the beginning that you weren't feeling well, and
Yeah.
we lost Sorum anyway, so
Yep.
Yeah.
This is good.
this is as good a place as any to leave off.
Plus, it gives us 2 weeks now to come up with an actual plan.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
I mean, we could.
We'll figure it out.
yep.
Thanks. All right. Well, thanks for playing, guys. I'm sorry if it got boring.
No, it was fun.
No, it's good.
It was fun.
It was fine.
Great.
It
More
was-
exposition's always good.
if anything, if it ever got like boring or stagnant, it's because we got way too distracted interrogating a guy who clearly was useless. so it's our own fault for going maybe off the rails a
He
little
did
bit.
give you a pertinent piece of information.
He did give us some information, so it wasn't wasted, and I enjoyed Way's little side quest.
Was there something in particular he was giving us?
I'm not telling you what it is. I'm just saying that he told you something important that you should remember.
I am remembering what he told us, I think. The most important takeaway I got was that the snitch was snitching to Sun Fuang, the former leader. That is new information. That's the only thing that I think was new. So that gives us something to work with.
That and they had connections with an antique shop and a general store, and
That's nothing remarkable. The Labrador already told us they had a bunch of stores that were under the command of, the different branches. They were kind of like muscling people. I think that was kind of like focusing on that was a bit of a red herring.
No. Frankly, I wasn't sure what you guys were going to do because you had a few angles you could have gone. So.
Well.
But you ended up going to the one I planned more often.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, I have a hard time believing you predicted every step of that, but...
No. I knew that some of the angles you could have pursued.
Good man.
There's some information that you could have acted upon that I wasn't sure if you were going to or not.
Well, as long as we're not totally derailing everything, I'm happy.
No. And even if you do, that's fine. That could be fun.
Yeah.
So,
don't
worry too much about it.
Well, I'm going to stop recording now, so bye, YouTube. It was fun. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Sorry I ended earlier. I'm sorry.
Bye.
Woo!
Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
You don't have to do that, but if you do, that's fine.
Bye.
Bye.